What's up, guys? JV2017 here, and this is your E3 EA press conference recap. So basically, I'm going to go over everything that was shown at the E3 press conference and give you guys my opinions and whatnot on everything that we saw. So first off, they kicked it off with something that looked very strange. I was like, wait, is this Battlefield? No, it looks nothing like Battlefield. And bam, it is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Now, this was very strange because they came out and for the first 10 minutes they played this thing. They played it on stage with multiple people, and the funny thing is it actually does not look half bad. It actually looks really, really good. Now, you're looking at the trailer here, so the trailer probably doesn't show as much as the gameplay would. However, this trailer looks very, very similar to gameplay. In fact, this is probably using gameplay. I mean, it looks that good. So you can play as different plants. If you've ever played Plants vs. Zombies, it's not you're not going to be just in the dark. You're going to know, the different plants and what they do, and you get to play as them in kind of like a third-person action tower defense kind of game. So if you've ever played like let's see, what's that orc game? Orcs Must Die. It's very similar kind of to that. So you still have the tower defense gameplay in there, and there's more emphasis on multiplayer and social aspects, of course, which is really cool. And at the end they said it would be coming to Xbox 360 and then the Xbox One. So again, I was just really impressed by the graphics. I was like, what is this shit? And then I was like, wow, this looks pretty cool. I'm actually thoroughly impressed. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the extent of which they showed off that game. So yeah. Next off, EA showed off Titanfall, which if you didn't know already and you haven't already found out, is going to be published by EA. We'll see if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Good thing that EA is going away with online passes, because that shit's annoying. But here we have Titanfall. So this is a huge selling point, at least for me, for the Xbox One. But they had this developer kind of commentary where a bunch of developers talked about what they wanted to do with the game. It was really more of the same, but really, really awesome. They pretty much showed off the gameplay that was showed earlier, and I'm showing it right here. So this is basically what a typical multiplayer match, how it's going to start. They're trying to blend the lines between multiplayer and single player, which we've seen a lot of games try to do. They've tried to have their multiplayer modes feel like a single player mission, except you're involved with other players, obviously. But this game just looks incredible. I really can't wait for this thing to come out. Yeah, as you can tell, they're playing hardpoint here, and the gunplay is just so tight, so smooth. The concepts, of being a pilot on foot, and then everyone has a chance to jump in a Titan, but it looks like you have to wait for about a minute and a half at the beginning of the match before you can get in a Titan. Actually, I lied. That person's in a Titan right there. But for some reason, this person has to wait. That's playing right now on screen, as you can tell in the bottom left. But, man, this game just so good. It looks so good. I just want to play it. But yeah, they showed off a little more of their game, and hopefully it's successful, because I'm totally behind this thing. I want Titanfall to be very good. However, I don't think it's going to be a COD killer. It's supposed to be, but I think in order for something to be a COD killer, it's going to have to be multi-platform. And I think that just makes sense, because COD is multi-platform. It's a phenomenon. I mean, there's not a lot of people, not a lot of adults you could talk to who don't know what Call of Duty is. Unless they're like above the age of 60, then maybe they have no idea. But most middle-aged adults, or 30 to 50-year-olds, probably have some clue of what Call of Duty is. So anyways, Titanfall, yeah, looks pretty freaking great. Next up, EA surprised everyone when they showed this demo of Star Wars Battlefront, okay? So I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that this game, the Battlefront 2 and probably the original Battlefront, were pretty much my childhood at some point. I played so much Battlefront, and it was just crazy for them to announce a new Battlefront. Pretty freaking awesome. So I don't really have anything to say about this other than yay. EA showed off their new Need for Speed title, of course. Need for Speed's like a giant franchise for EA. Unfortunately, the last few haven't really been that great, in my opinion. However, the newest Hot Pursuit, maybe that was the one before the newest Most Wanted. I mean, I played a lot of Most Wanted. I guess I could say I had fun when I was playing it, but looking back on the game, I don't think I was super impressed, but this one actually looks pretty darn good, and they had a nice little demo going on. I got some gameplay of it right here, but some things that I noticed. First off, the guy that was talking about it was really foreign. I know that really, you know, that it's supposed to be funny. So they had this new kind of thing called All Drive, and so they're trying to blend the lines between single player, online, and multiplayer. So what they showed is basically races between different people online can collide at any time while you're in a race. So say you engage in a single player race, at any moment in time, say someone else online is playing as the cops, they can just interject and go in your game and try to take you out, which is pretty freaking cool, I'm not gonna lie. And when they first mentioned that, I was kind of like, I don't really want to blend the lines between, you know, multiplayer and whatever, because they tried to do that with Most Wanted, and I really didn't enjoy it. But, you know, what they showed off here looked pretty promising, and they're kind of showing off this dual screen kind of thing, whatever. But, yeah, it's really cool. You can play as a cop or a racer, which I don't know if that's new or not. I'm pretty sure I've never come across playing as a cop in a Need for Speed game. But as you can tell in the bottom right, someone is playing as a cop, and he's going to collide with, yeah, as you can tell in the bottom left, you can see where they're going to collide, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. They also had some tablet integration on the iPad. So there was some guy on the iPad in a helicopter, controlling a helicopter while other people were racing. So that right here, they collided and the pursuit started. So now both of these racers are in the same game, and that's just freaking cool. I mean, it's really cool. It's cool that the cloud technology allows for something as awesome as this. And yeah, the dude was on the iPad. I don't know if they're going to show that or if I'm going to be talking long enough for you guys to see that, but there's gameplay online if you want to check it out. But really cool stuff. The demo was played on a PS4, so just, you know, note that. There's the helicopter. Pretty cool. And yeah, it's pretty as well. Very graphically pleasing. Look at that rain. I love that rain graphics. Those rain graphics, man. It's going to make me buy the game. I don't know. I can't make any judgment now, but this is a pretty good showing of EA's next Need for Speed, so I pretty much really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep talking for the next few seconds so you can see this. Wah! Yeah, pretty nice. Also, we got a release date of November 19th, 2013. So that was announced for the Xbox One and the PS4, so you can pretty much expect both next-gen consoles by then, hopefully. Next up, a game that I'm really excited about, actually, is Dragon Age Inquisition. So if you guys didn't know, I'm a pretty big Dragon Age fan. I love the hell out of Dragon Age Origins, and I made some pretty successful videos on my channel of Dragon Age 2 with guides and whatnot. But yeah, I hope BioWare and EA redeem themselves with this new game, because Dragon Age 2 was just not a game that I couldn't get fully immersed and into the story and really enjoy the thing as much as I did with Dragon Age Origins. And I mean, the games are different for everyone, and I feel like some people really enjoyed 2, and I just wouldn't, you know, I wasn't one of those people. So basically, with the story in this game, I'm pretty sure it's about the, let's see, the Chantry, which is like the religious zealots against the mages, the mage guild. So those guys had pretty much been fighting throughout the entire Dragon Age saga, if you will. And so it looks like this giant tear opens up in the sky and dragons come out. Yeah, so, and boom, Morrigan, oh my god, she's back. So, yeah, I don't know, I don't have much else to say about this game, except I hope it's really good, and I hope it sucks me in like the other games did, or the other, you know, Dragon Age Origins did. So basically it's Circle versus Templars, it seems like. So fall 2014, yay, can't wait until then. So now, the moment that you've all been waiting for, all of the EA Sports games. Just kidding, except for FIFA. But yeah, so NBA's back, NBA Live. They canceled the franchise for a little bit, but this is purely CG right here. This is not gameplay. I mean, if the game looked like this, shit, pretty amazing, but it doesn't. So they came on and talked about how ball handling is something that's always sucked in basketball games, which is true, and they're trying to really innovate and make that cool. So they got Kyrie Irving on the stage, the Cavaliers point guard, and talked about it. And yeah, I don't know, looks promising from what they showed. I wish I could see some, or wish I saw some gameplay. But anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Next up, we got Madden NFL 25, and I gotta say, I was thoroughly unimpressed by EA's presentation for this game. I mean, I guess the game footage looks good. I mean, I guess. They emphasize that they've never had really good linemen in an NFL Madden game, so they got the war in the trenches lineman system, so they don't just sit there and shit eggs. Seriously, though, linemen are really useless. But, yeah, it looks slightly better, a better iteration, which is pretty much what they're going for, I'm sure. They revealed that Adrian Peterson, the Vikings running back, would be on the cover, so that's pretty exciting, I guess. And they had a full-length gameplay trailer, which you're looking at right here. So, anyways, it's a work in progress, apparently. Lots of nice diving and Robert Griffin stuff going on. So, yeah, new Madden. Woo! FIFA, yes, they came on and talked about FIFA, and they had a nice little video from all of the FC Barcelona badasses, including Messi himself, who does not speak a lick of English. Anyways, they didn't show a lot of actual gameplay. I mean, they kind of had a nice little gameplay trailer, but it wasn't a ton. And really, all I can say about FIFA is all they need to do is not screw it over. Actually, this is gameplay right here. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? They just need to not screw up, basically, because FIFA 13 is a really, really good game, a really fun game that I enjoy myself even. And Ultimate Team is a fantastic mode, and they just need to not screw up. That's all I really can say about FIFA. But damn, did you see that header save? Wow. And look at that. Ooh, oh, get out of here. So yeah, they had Drake come on the stage and talk for like a minute. Nobody listened because nobody cares what Drake has to say. But anyways, they got new like elite technique skill moves, and they just had a lot of just buzzword kind of catchphrases like, we got precision movement. I mean, they've always had precision movement and elite technique kind of stuff, but looks pretty sick. I'm going to be looking forward to the game come this fall. So, yeah. Look at this guy jump. Woo! EA is trying to expand their sports franchises by bringing UFC. So they had Dana White, which is basically the guy who's the founder of UFC, big ol' honcho dude. Head honcho of UFC, and they had a few fighters come on the stage and talk about it. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about it except for that it's coming out in 2014, spring of 2014. You know, I don't think they had any actual gameplay. I think it was just a lot of CG. Like this right here is not actual gameplay. There's no way. It's definitely CG stuff going on here. But yeah, you know, fighting game, lots of sweat. See, look at that sweat fly off of that guy's abdomen. Boom, look at that sweat and that blood. And, oh, more sweat. Anyways, you get the point. If I were to pick the highlight of the EA conference, it would absolutely be this Battlefield gameplay, the Siege of Shanghai. Oh my goodness, guys. This was so great to watch like live. Oh my god, we were freaking out. Me and my friends were watching it. But basically they emphasized this air versus land versus sea and commander mode on the tablet, and they announced 32 on 32 on consoles. That's 64 people in one multiplayer match. It's like on PC, and that just means bigger maps and just more look at all the people. Okay, and also this demo was played on consoles, I'm fairly sure. Now some people were like, oh no, we saw keyboards and whatnot. I don't know if that means that they were playing on some kind of developer kit or some kind of other kind of console deal, or whether this was on PC. But I do know that it is definitely confirmed 32 on 32 on consoles, on PS4 and Xbox One, which is pretty freaking awesome. So the maps look this map looks absolutely huge. It's like a whole block of a city. Just fantastic and just incredible. And there was this one point where the road collapsed and this tank fell through, and it was incredible. And there's also this one point where they go up into a building, and there's actually a point on top of a skyscraper, and then the thing falls down. It was just insane, and you guys will see that if you haven't seen it already. Guys, I'm just so excited about this thing, and it'd be so cool if you could go in all the buildings. I highly doubt that you'd be able to go in all of the buildings, but so just incredible. And you know, I will note that the UI, the user interface, does not look different whatsoever. I mean, look at the left, the bottom left. I mean, that does not look any different from the first, from Battlefield 3. I mean, maybe a little different, maybe some things are shifted around, but the same basic concept and what it's supposed to look like is there. And that's not a bad thing, because the way they've got what they, you know, wanted to have down, you know, it looks really, really, really good. And of course the graphics, incredible. Also, a huge thing to note, this thing will be running in 60 frames on consoles. So that's just some incredible stuff. And oh my god, can't freaking wait. Look at those jet skis. You can go on jet skis. I don't know if that was in Battlefield 3, because I wasn't a huge Battlefield 3 player, but if anything, this just gets me really excited for Battlefield 4. And it's not one of those iterative things, you know? There's enough really exciting stuff going on for me to want to buy this Battlefield. Look at this jet ski. Actually, you guys are, the gameplay is probably off a bit. But anyways, yes, I have just loved what I've seen of Battlefield 4, and will definitely be purchasing this game on whichever console I decide to buy. And lastly, EA showed off something that I don't think anybody anticipated, and they were excited about it seems. But they announced Mirror's Edge, or Mirror's Edge 2. I'm not sure if it's Mirror's Edge 2, but they showed off this trailer, which featured some gameplay and some nice CG tattooing and whatnot. It looks really, really good. And I'd consider the first Mirror's Edge, I played the game, I bought it. I don't remember beating it though. I consider Mirror's Edge a cult classic because it wasn't a huge success. Not everyone bought the game, but people that played the game really, really enjoyed it, and there's actually somewhat of a following. So I'm looking forward to this thing. I don't know if I'll be buying it because there's so many freaking good games coming out, but yeah, they excited and surprised a lot of people with this game and this announcement. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and expect the Ubisoft and Sony press conference recap videos very, very soon. I'll be working on them in the meantime. And yeah, remember to subscribe for those videos and like the video if you enjoyed. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Peace.